Hello students, welcome back to AriserTalent. I am a maths teacher, Arpita Sharma. Students, we are studying mathematics and mathematics we are studying the chapter polynomial. Okay, so in this polynomial chapter we have gone through some basic theories. Okay, and starting with the writing the name of our chapter, which is polynomials. So, we were on something which is called as factor theorem. Okay, so factor theorem we were studying, and I have told you we have some varieties for factorization of a given polynomial. So, what are the different methods or approaches? So, I have told you that if x minus a is a factor of a polynomial px, okay, and here let us suppose qx or gx, whatever you want to write, gx let us say. In that case, what does that mean? If it is a factor of px, polynomial px, that means pa will be equals to 0. This was the concept we understood. That means at x equals to or x minus a equals to 0, we are getting some value of a, sorry, we are getting value of x which is a, and putting that pa we are getting this 0. Okay. Now, what we will do when we will getting some questions, suppose we are having this px equals to ax square plus bx plus c. This is some polynomial of degree 2. Okay, this is basically a square term. Okay, so you are having a power of 2. Now, what you have to do? You have to find out the factorization of that. Now, if I am saying that pa equals to 0, what does that mean? That x minus a, because the value of x is a, that means x minus a equals to 0, and that is why x equals to a, at x equals to a this is 0. That means x minus a is a factor of it, of this polynomial. Now, we will change the remaining polynomial according to it. Okay. This is one method. Now, just understand this. Second method, in this second method, if you are having some px equals to ax square plus bx plus c. Okay. Now, what we can do? We can bifurcate this bx, right, like cx plus dx plus c. Understood? What I have done? I have bifurcated this bx, written this bx equals to cx plus dx. Here c plus d is equals to b, right? C plus d is equals to b. So, I have bifurcated in such a way that c plus d equals to b, and also a multiplied by c. When I multiply these two, we are having some b here. Okay. Now, these are two methods and we are going to use them one by one. Now, we are having this method splitting the middle term. This is the method we are having as the second approach. In this, we are having this ax square plus bx plus c, and let us suppose we factorize it. So, after factorization we call it like px plus q multiply by Rx plus s. This is our polynomial px and we factorize it in such a way. Okay, now that means px multiply by rx plus px multiply by s plus q multiply by rx plus q multiply by s, right. That means that will be prx square plus this is x, this is x. So, ps plus qr ps this term, this is what first term here, okay, and the second term here and then the third term here. So, this is basically a multiplication sign, okay, it is multiply by rx, okay, change that one. So, that is ps here and here qr, so plus qr, right, multiply by x qs. You can write it in this way also. Now, if you have this particular equation px equals to equation number second and the very first thing here px equals to ax square plus bx plus c, this is your equation number 1. So, now if you compare them, the coefficient will be same, yes or no. So, that will give you PR equals to A, okay, PR equals to A and then PS plus QR equals to B and then QS equals to C. Understood? We are comparing the coefficients here. So, PR equals to A, then B value is PS plus QR and the value of C is QS. So, these are the values, okay. Now, look at the B, PS plus QR, okay, PS plus QR, A plus C is PR. First of all, note this complete section, complete this section, okay. Now, student concentrate on this B term. B is basically this side, B is basically PS plus QR, okay, and this is what PS plus QR is what here, this PS and QR is the coefficient plus PS plus QR is the coefficient of x and this is exactly B. Now, if we multiply, this is the summation, and if we multiply P multiply by S multiply by Q multiply by R, okay. Now, I can rewrite it like, I can change them like if we call to A is PR, okay. So, we are rewriting as PR multiply by SQ. Now, this is what? This is your PR, this is your A and this is SQ or QS which is your C. So, that means B is equals to A multiply by C. That means what? You are having a combination of, you are having this B as a combination of the addition and the multiplication, right? How will we use it? We will discuss it later. Just now copy all, okay. So, these are two methods, splitting the midterm and finding the factor by putting values. We will get to know the news, but the use, okay. So, use of these in some questions. So, now we will look into some questions on our board. So, here is the first question of that. where it is here. Use the factor theorem to determine whether gx is a factor of px in each of the following cases. Use the factor theorem to determine whether gx is a factor of px in each of the following cases. The case number 1, px equals to 2x cube plus x square minus 2x minus 1, gx is given x plus 1. I have told you if gx is factor of px is equals to x minus a, then PA will be equals to 0. This is simple. If gx equals to factor of px or x minus a, right, then this PA will be equals to 0. Now, if gx, this is in the form of x minus a, so x minus a, that means x equals to x and minus a equals to minus 1, because x minus 1 is something x plus 1. So, that means this minus 1 is basically our 1, okay, our a, okay. So, by this what we will do, look at the procedure we are having here. First part, px given, which is 2x cube plus x square minus 2x, this is your px, and gx is given x plus 1. Now, if gx equals to x plus 1, that means x plus 1 equals to 0 implies x equals to minus 1. Here we got the value of x equals to minus 1. Now, if this gx is a factor of px, then PA will be equals to 0 in that case. Now, P minus 1, because we get the x equals to minus 1, so P minus 1 equals to 2 minus 1 cube plus minus 1 square minus 2 of minus 1. Now, solve this, student, you will get minus 2 plus 1 and plus 2, okay. You are getting minus 1 also here, minus 1 here also. So, minus 1 here also and minus 1 here also. Now, you will get this 2 by 2, this cancel, this 1 and this 1 cancel. So, you will get 0. So, since P minus 1 is equals to 0, that means what? Gx is a factor of px. Understood? Gx is a factor of px. Why? Because P minus 1, putting P equals to minus 1, it is becoming 0, and the Gx value, the Gx giving the value of x equals to minus 1. Okay, so that means they are factors. So, in what case they are not a factor? Okay, let us find out that too. Second number, we are getting it here, x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1. So, this is the question, student, right. Now, gx equals to x plus 2, x plus 2. Now, if gx equals to x plus 2, that implies that x equals to minus 2. How x plus 2 equals to 0? That means x equals to minus 2. Or you can just simply assume that to be x minus a. Now, for what value? That will be plus 2. For minus 2, that value will be plus 2. So, x will be the value of a will be simply minus 2, or x can be put as minus 2. This implies that P minus 2 will be equals to, just put minus 2 all over there, x cube 3x square 3x plus 1. So, 2 of cube plus minus 2 of cube, then 3 minus 2 square plus 3 multiplied by minus 2 plus 1. Now just solve this, student. Okay, so 2 to the 4 to the 8, so minus 8, then here plus 3 multiplied by 4. Okay, now 4 3s are 12, so can I directly write 12 here? Sorry. Now minus of 6 and plus of 1, minus of 6 and plus of 1. So now this is 12 plus 1, which is 13. Now 6 6 12 13 14, that will give you minus 1. This implies that since p minus 2 is not equals to 0, p minus 2 is not equals to 0, what that implies that gx, given gx is not a factor of what? Px. Simply because that Pa is not giving you any 0, it is not giving you 0, it is giving some particular answer, but that is not 0 for sure. That means that is not going to be a factor of Px. Understood? Copy that and we will move towards the third numbers. So, the third one, we are getting Px equals to x cube minus 4x is to the power 4 plus x plus 6 gx equals to x minus 3. So, this is your question. So, here is a correction and the correction is what? 4x square it is, right? 4x square. So, mark it here also, 4x square it is. Okay. Now, going back to our work, this implies that x equals to 3. So, x equals to 3 it is. So, we are working for x equals to 3. So, P3, and that will be just replace these all x to 3 and that will be 4 multiplied by 3 square plus 3 plus 6. Okay. Is that so? Now 27, 3 cube 27, here 9 4s are 36 plus 6 plus 3 9. Now this is 36 and minus of 36 will give you 0. Now if it is 0, then simply P3 is equals to 0, that means this gx, not px but gx is a factor of px. What does that means? That was the factor of gx, that is not a factor of gx, that is factor of px. That is a factor of px, that is not a factor of px, and that is a factor of px. How we know that? We just put the value from x here to this px and then we find out that whether the value is coming 0 or not. If the value is 0, this is a factor. If value is not 0, other than 0, negative, positive, whatever it is, then it is not a factor. Okay. So, marked it. Okay. Now, is this okay? Find the value of k if x minus 1, this is x minus 1, okay? This is not x plus minus first, this is x minus 1, is a factor of px in each of the following cases. You have to tell that what is the value of k if x minus 1 is a factor of px in each of the following cases. That means this is gx given. Student, this is gx given. That means x equals to 1. We have to write x equals to 1 in each and every term. Now, talking about this first one, we will start from here only. Gx equals to x minus 1 implies x equals to 1. Now, will solving them right from first. How many parts we are having? 4. So 1, 2, 3 and the rest will be there. So moving towards the first one, Px equals to x square plus x plus k. Okay. The second one is Px equals to 2x square plus kx plus root 2. The third one is Px equals to kx square minus root 2 x plus 1, and the fourth one, that will be, or else don't write fourth one here, root 2 x plus 1, right. This is our second one, this is the first one, and the fourth one is here. Okay, so this is our fourth one. So for this Px equals to x square plus x plus 1, what we have to write? X equals to 1. If you write P1, that will be 1 square plus 1 plus k. Like that. Now this is equals to what? 0. Why? Because Jx is a factor. So Pa will be equals to 0. Why? Because Gx is a factor of Px, right? Okay, that means 1 plus 1 is 1 plus 1 plus k will be equals to 0, implies k equals to minus 2. This is your, what you say, answer. Again, now in the second one, you know what to do. Put x equals to 1. Okay, this implies that 2 1 of the square plus k multiplied by 1 plus root 2 is equals to 0. This is k multiplied by 1, k is equals to minus of root 2 plus 2. This is your answer. How quickly we can calculate answer from that? Okay. Now here we are having this third number question. Again P1 will be equals to k 1 of a square minus root 2 multiplied by 1 plus 1 equals to 0. Implies that k minus root 2 plus 1 equals to 0, implies k equals to root 2 minus 1, isn't it? That will be your answer, students. Okay. So now you can understand how easy it is to calculate questions about this. So first, second and third is done. Now back to the fourth one. Again we are going to put the value as 1 here. So kx square, so k1 square minus 3 multiplied by 1 plus k, simple, equals to 0, that is k minus 3 plus k equals to 0. This implies that 2k minus 3 equals to 0, and if 2k minus 3 equals to 0, 2k will be equals to 3 and k equals to 3 by 2. Write it like this way, k equals to 3 by 2, and that will be your answer. Note this, student, then we will move forward to the next question. So done with that? Okay. Next, factorization. What we will do, I am just simply taking the very first example and you have to be very focused on that. I was telling you we will apply the multiplication and addition of A and C. Now I am comparing that to the basic equation ax square plus bx plus c. Now this is the format. In such kind of format, what you have to do is a multiplied by c. Have a look on that. 12 multiplied by 1. Okay. 12 multiplied by 1 is what? 12. Now you are having b as minus 7. Minus 7. Now you have to make some factorization of 12. You have to make the multiple of a and c as a factorization of something that factors when added or subtracted will give you b. Okay, that means if I am getting this 12 by multiplying a and c, this a multiplied by c is 12, that should be here 7. Now how will I have that factorization of 12 that I can get 7 by itself? Okay, have a look. If I will take 2 2s are 4 and 4 3s are 12, right? These are the prime factorization of 12. Now this is what? 4 and this is what? 3. Now 4 of minus and 3 of minus will give you minus 7, which is b, not c, b. Okay, so that was our b. Here our b. How we are getting b? We multiplied a and c and got a number. We factorized that number and bifurcate in such a way that by adding them or subtracting them, we will getting a number which is equals to b. Now this is the process we will use. So in that particular method, you are having this 12 and you can just write it like 12x square minus 4x minus 3x plus 1. Okay, 12x square minus 4x minus 3x plus 1. 4x minus 4x minus 3x will give you 7x. Now why it is useful to make it to write it in such a way? Because when we will have this 4 common from there, you can take the 4 common here. Okay, and what else you can have common? X also you can take common. So take it common. 4x. Now 4 3s are 12, so 3x minus 1. This is 1 here. Now take minus 1 common. You can take minus 1 common. What will it be? 3x minus 1. What will be our benefit from this? Why are we doing all these exercise? Because we are getting this 4x minus 1 here and this 3x minus 1, students, this 3x minus 1 here and this 3x minus 1 here is again a common thing here. So you can just write it 3x minus 1. Now something multiply by something, we have factorized it, that is 12x square minus 7x plus 1 will become 3x minus 1 and 4x minus 1. So these are two what? Factors of given polynomial. So this is the method when you have this ax square plus bx plus c format, you do this kind of factorization. Okay, so this is about today. In our next lecture, we will talk about some more factors and we will do practice some question on that, and we also get to know some more concept how to factorize and how to use some specific formulas for factorization. Okay, till then enjoy your life and study hard, student. Bye bye.